Where's my rats? All right, so someone suggested a win where I can only gain gold from labor cards, which I think is a really cool idea. The downside, the only break to that is that you can't avoid getting gold from tax, so that could be a little bit of a help. Obviously not playing tax cards though. So we're gonna have a look at some of the options. Restaurant becomes a deal. Skipping things like farm and tax office. Tannery, that's a shame. That means I can't play as merchant either. I think also then for that reason, possibly scientist might be a little tough. Good morning, Dr. Drax. What else do we have? Restaurant. Okay. So it's a card that says labor. 20 gold every time we use a labor card. I wonder what skills we have. I don't think there's any other buildings that help us with that. So there's a honey card. Is a labor card. Up to 30 seconds, 3+ card hoard. Draw additional cards is okay. Festival reduces labor effect. So you'd want to have a few of those in play. Hey Zumbi, how you doing, man? Could be an option. I think that's it in terms of skills. I'll breed. If we get enough restaurants, we can get money from having babies. Research probably not worth it with the 6 labor requirement. And economy labor cards, we start with grain, which is going to be rough. So the starting hands will only allow us to play a grain, which is worth 60 gold, 80 with a restaurant. And starting cycles are 20. So it's a neutral to cycle 3 times every 60 seconds. Provided, 3 times every time we play grain, but that means we're not making any gold. So we're going to have to get an early fruit or livestock. Fruit's 40 seconds for 70. It's only 1 labor cost. So it's a 58 profit. Livestock's the best one in terms of monies. But you are required to discard a card. I don't think that'll be an issue. It might have to be investment. We were talking a fair bit yesterday on how we get investment to work. And I think this might be it. It's really tough with 6 labor though. Can't take land tax. We can take collect because it's a labor. It's got labor on it. Instantly gain gold based on 10 times the current tax. The tax is frozen. I think that's it for the labor cards. So we'll have a few attempts of that. We are going to check out Crying Suns later on, and then a little bit of Star Wars very late. I'm very well, thank you, Zumbi. Family's good as well. Little boy's got a little bit of stomach bug, but he's on the tail end of that. There's been much vomit. This will be fun. So we will have a few attempts. Alright. Labor card, gold from labor cards only challenge. Take 1. Which means no Potter, no cheese. It is potentially not worth paying for a cycle. in order to gain money. In which case then, I want to... We can grain. We want to do this straight away. Right? Oh, I can do one. Because we need to get units out. Huh. Come on, give me. I need the guard. Morning, Baby Tech. Morning, Rufus. How you doing? So something I'm thinking I want to do is get rid of the cards I can't use straight away, but I also want to get my leader level up because we're going to need all the help we get since we can't spam... No cheese. Cheese is not a labor card. So we need to maximize. So the picking of the card is never a choice here. But someone's going to be like, oh, but it could be a labor card in there. There's only 3 cards. Whereas removing a cheese does something, removing Potter does something, increasing our hero power does something, but we're about to get one off straight away. So I think... I feel like getting more cycle is what we need. But maybe we just need the stronger units because... And I've got 2 out that we can play right now. I can't play them right now. That's the other thing. I can't play both these units right now. That's 55 gold worth of units, and that's like 40 seconds away. Yep, raise tax. So that's the only thing. I get taxed naturally because, you know, that's there. But raise tax, yeah, that's not labor card. So restaurant is going to be a key. Also, so I can't have like barns or things like that. However, one way that can help is lumber yards to make the costs of buildings cheaper. So that's a gold saving without using it to gain gold. So that one's fine. I think we're going to remove a card. I think the card removal is more important here. And it's definitely not grain. And what's worse is we're broke for the first store. Like, we're going to have a look in it, but... Okay, so there's another grain, and we're going to take it. I also want to play these. I'm going to have to play at least one of them, right? Okay, let's... Oh, okay, something... That just ticked, so I got both. Okay. The worst thing is when the unit dies, because that costs so much... Like, so much resources for the units. I don't know if this is possible. So we can take 40 gold, which is not very good. Okay, getting the 2 grains per cycle now is kind of okay, but we still can't afford... You still can't afford to use the cycle. Am I allowed to take gold rewards? The challenge was only gain gold from labor cards. So I'm going to go with no. Obviously, like that, you know, nothing that can be done about the fact that we're gaining gold from taxes. I can't reduce my tax to 0. One of the issues as well is the number of Radissons on grain. Like, we need to get population going, and I wasn't offered houses on either of the first 2 card rewards. Okay, we've got 5 Radissons there though. Wow, still no houses offered. I mean, removing the cheese is good. Grain is not the greatest labor reward. Like the 2 labor cost really hurts, and it's not a huge gainer. It's not bad, but it's slow. It's 2 labor, so it is definitely preventing units on the field. Okay, I need to consult. I'm gonna have to consult the sheet here, because otherwise we could be forced into a position where we're in a really bad spot. So what's the best story path we want? We can't take the gold one, obviously. We can take the advisor later for the +10 econ cost of cards, because we're not. Oh no, that the grain's an econ cost. Oh wow. Huh. That's really weird. We're probably just going to need to take the one that, like the arrest later on. The arrest for +2 attack is going to be a big damage boost to us, but we won't have a lot of units on the board. We might just have to end up going towards an advisor here, but that's like half got. Oh. How do we get to a central army? We get to upgrade a military card. What's wrong, Baby Tech? Oh, well, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. To anyone that celebrates Thanksgiving, happy days to you. Happy Turkey Day. What's wrong is you're going to have to start cooking now. Oh, yeah, but you do get to start eating later. I still think we go the remove a card option. I think that gives us the best... we can take a card now and we're still going to get our 2 grains, or we can take a better card. I'm worried here about... Oh, okay, that is so good. Leader level, though, is also good. But we're going to need population more than anything now. I'm just going to wait a few seconds so I can play my grain again. Get that house there. Oh, we have a person. Alright, pike rats, we're on our way, and a defensive wall. So get the defensive wall out. That'll give us a couple more houses, so we should be able to get a couple more pike rats and militia down. Now we're probably going to be looking at dumping the guards, which is going to cost us 3 Radissons, unfortunately. I'm going to take the leader level up here, though. I want to get that up high. We could take this event. Hire a random skill advisor. I think we need that, actually. We're going to need to get a good skill. That's not what I would call a good skill. Kill them. Man, the biggest issue with that guy, is his AoE damage, and he just hurt so much then. That's a militia attack speed advisor. So we might be going with militia and crossbow. Not my crossbow, and pike rat. They attack very fast. Upgrading grains. I think we're going to do this. I think that gives us our best chance of getting enemies down. Units down. We're definitely not buying a redraw like this. Whoa. This is potentially where steel. We're going to need to play steel. I'm really hesitant to put this guard down. Hopefully we get some upgraded cards. I want to draw into... Well, I don't want to draw into that. I'd love to get rid of the guards, but it's not as important at the moment. I think getting units on the field is still taking priority. Plus it does, like I said, it does cost me 3 Radissons when I put that down. So... Now, what has the merchant got for us? Wow, the longbow rat's really interesting. Just because of the 2 labor cost, although if we're going to be laboring, maybe we can't afford that. But I don't think we're going to get enough units down. No, if we're relying on the militia, the challenge seems very RNG dependent. I guess, but it's an RNG based game, so all of them would. Just playing is RNG based. But generally, you play to the strengths that you can. I don't think we're going to go for a unit here. I think I'm just going to take the defensive wall, build out a little bit, and then see what happens. Play the grains. It's almost certainly going to be the Scrooge achievement winner. Like it's, I can't see myself paying for a reroll. Like money is too tight, right? I'm going to take the leader level here over the upgrade. Because the random, it could hit guards, and I'd be really upset about that. Okay, we do have our thing available, but it's only going to land on Pike Rat. I'd rather wait 9 seconds and see if I can get it. I'd rather get it, especially on 2 militia, since we've got the militia advisor. How you doing, Johnny? I should have at least played a Pike Rat, though. I'll play the grain. Yeah, we're going to take the 2+ attack, especially since these militia are going to like hit like trucks now. So we should be fine on the melee check for the weasels. We've got a decent amount of units. Our biggest concern now really is the archers at wave 20+. which is definitely a reason to start looking at like longbow rats or something. If we remove guards, we can't get anything down, but I want to remove guards. I don't want them in the in the pool anymore, and I think looking for a card here is not the way to go. Does having a second militia card give me 3 Radissons on general, or is it individual? Like 2 militias only count as 1. I can't play my grains because I have too many units. Okay, so we have an arm, which is almost certainly a pick, right? It's the individual. It's the cards. Okay. It has to be arm. So basically, we're looking for rally. The question is, do we go right or barracks? Barracks isn't awful. I mean, we definitely take a barracks, but it's going to be slow. So do we spread out? I don't think we have the gold to be getting all the. Do we? Do we not have the gold to go defensive wall and lumber mill? Well, that's the thing. If we take a lumber mill, which costs 53 gold to start with, and the place to the spot to buy it, it probably forces us then to take a defensive wall that we might not even take. So this is costing 100. So the lumber mill might actually be costing us an extra 190 on top of that, minus the 15. If we think we can get markets and stuff. I think we have to, right? So I need to build 6 buildings, basically. 7. Which we could. Or I just don't build at all and we just sit and wait and hope. We sit and wait and hope. Which is sad. Like and the other thing too is now. Actually, let's cycle that. Okay, so we at least got a couple of big militia out there. Okay, so this is going to give us some big boy militias. They're going to be plus 9, they're going to be 33. They're going to be like extra 633 on them. So they're going to be big militias. And I think it's worth waiting this time for this one as well. Well, we seem fine. As long as we don't lose lots of units, we're fine. It's when we lose units, we're not fine. That one. We're going to have to take this fight because I don't think we can afford the Okay, it means we're down to playing 1 grain a turn as well. Well, let's play that now and get this back on cooldown. We'll play the arm. We'll get a big boy militia down. So these are 1052s. Not super strong. But it should be enough for here. Problem is, they're on the front line, so they are getting attacked first, even with the pike rats. And we, you know... We've got a chest. Man, I kind of want to get rid of the grain. Or possibly the pike rat. We need to get the house, though. We also probably need to start looking for cards. Let's put the house down, get that out of the way. Play a grain. So we're looking for rally. Slum could be okay. Well, there's reinforce, but I don't think... I mean... I don't think it does it. We didn't take the longbow. We've already got an arm. I think we just have to sit and wait on this one. Man, I want to wait until I get the get an egg. I don't know if we can afford the 5 rats. Probably should have played that one. Okay, let's... Okay, give me 3 cards I can play. Oh, there's no arm there. Dang it. I'm gonna have to put him out anyway. I don't want to be down units. No, taking a card in case I get another card is a surefire way to clog up deck. Half gold, that's fine. I don't want to lose attack. What are we doing? We're just arming these militia? Should be fine. 640, but they've got the double attack speed. I wonder if that means I want to get rid of pike rats at some stage. Who are we losing here? We're losing... I think we are losing pike rats, right? Definitely don't want to lose that. 12 and 6. 5, okay. So unfortunately, units are going down. Because we're not paying for redraw, it's not as bad though. I really would have liked to have had a rally for here. Alright, I think we get rid of the grain here. We're just not playing it as often because our units are filled. We did look at investment at one stage, at the start when I was going through the glossary. Can't squeeze another one in without a house, so that one, he was only armed anyway. Where's my arm? Jerk. Definitely waiting for the arm. We'll get on that. Hey, Asterius, how you doing, man? Okay, so we're fairly balanced. We're losing. Let's go with we're losing the little guy. Whoa, we lost a few there. Nasty one, that one. Wow, and we're losing. Oh no, we didn't losing them all. They just walked too far away, so they weren't registering. Alright, got scared for a minute there. Hey Adam Sims, how you doing? Is house actually an option on the wheel? It is, okay, good. They're hurting us good. The pikes are definitely holding up more than anything else. Which kind of makes sense, but without the bonus to pikes, I think I'd rather be playing, well, there's a barracks. And a warehouse. And an investment. But I think we're doing this. Also, we're bringing everyone back. Potentially should have brought everyone over to this side, maybe. Okay. +2 leader, which is good, but we're hoping like barracks will be more of a carry, but still good. But with rebel cards, which is bad, but we're probably removing cards. Or 10 bounty -5 tax, which has some sort of impact. Top one will take me on to Crown and or an advisor. The coronation gives me double max HP of deployed units. Bounty tax gives me wave time, can't expand. Into can't expand is probably better. Yeah, okay. 2 leader levels is nice though, but it's only, you know, it's... We'll make up for that more with the... Oh, you jerks. Probably take the Radisson down. We're not using a lot of our Radisson. It's going to take a... Now we can upgrade the other military, which isn't bad. Or the warehouse, which I haven't put down. Man, if only I was able to upgrade my barracks. Well, I could have, but I would have had to wait. I think the warehouse is probably a better upgrade. Get the barracks happening sooner. Yeah, the upgrade on grain. Alright, we're going to have to get some units on that side. It's a little small side. Let's get that one. Okay. Just need some grains to kick in. Why did you have to be this side? Are we going to have enough for all of them? Come on. The cost of unit replacement is very high. Can't take the gold. I don't wonder, is it even worth... Probably is worth replacing the units straight away. Or waiting the 6 seconds. Like, what I mean, like, do I replace these? No, I don't. We spin. The arm. And now we replace them with those ones. Getting a little bit RNG'd on this side. We'd be a little bit better off if the other side was getting hit. Not much better off. Oh, get it out. Come on. You can kind of, look at this, look at these. Is the expansion event part of the main tree? The one that gives you building upgrades? Well, I don't know. So we're removing a card. it's probably not grain. It's going to cost me 3 Radisson, so it's either the Pike Rat or the Militia. I don't even know if the Pike Rat's doing anything at the moment. They're not dying as much. Does the slow on the Pike Rat slow down their attack as well, or is it just movement? And we're definitely removing. We keep the Pike Rat just in case it's a slow on that as well. We're going to be buffing this guy. So... I can't click the butterflies though. That's probably fair. I was thinking about Festival when we looked at the when we were looking at cards before the run. How does Festival actually take, because it must be good? How about we talk about it and then work out why it's not good? Does it reduce the duration of cards when you play them by half, or does it just speed up? For 10 seconds, reduce duration of labor effect 2 times faster. So every time you play it, it effectively cools down things by 10 seconds. Reuse on arms not bad, but requires a lot of gold, which we don't have. And we're only going to be putting it on 1 unit. I have 1 labor card, we're not spamming through. So all Festival is doing is saving me 10 seconds on 3 grains. That's not bad. Whether it multiplies or adds. If it speeds up the effect, it would be 4 times faster while you have 2 up. Because it puts down its own 10-second buff. Everything puts down its own buff. So it depends on how much overlap you had. So best case scenario, we play it, we hold it in our hand until we're about to redraw. We play it, redraw, play it again, and we get like 2 seconds of reduction, and then we have 8 seconds of overlap, and then 2 seconds of reduction. So it'd probably knock off all the grains once. So having it in the deck to do that's not very good, because otherwise we can just continually just play grain, and because grain's something that's just triggering, you know, if we have 3 or 4 of them up, they're just constantly cycling. They're just going to be constantly cycling. All this does is speed up one of the cycles, and then we start again with no grains up here. Or might squeeze 1 in. If we'd picked up things like fruit or livestock, and we were able to cycle a little bit because we were getting some out of that, or maybe with if we'd gone down that road and then got investment, then maybe. Yeah, it's just not going to work at the moment with what we've got, unfortunately. And we just don't have the money to reuse an arm, because you need to pay for the card you're reusing a second time. So that arm's already over 100, so it's 200 to play this and arm once, and then arm a second time. You know, it's costing another 110, 115, something like that. And then we put it down on 2 cards. With rally, maybe, because then we'd rally, double arm, and then put down 7 units, possibly only 6 units, but they would be a lot bigger. Oh, arm's only 83. Alright, so it's not as bad, but still bad. On a plus side, we're not getting attacked over there, we're getting attacked over here, so we can actually... like these 20 and 90 now, which is, you know, when he's buffed. Okay, but we're dying. Okay, we're going to take the can't expand. We need the time. Time is money, friend. 3 and 4. 3 and 1. Okay, so... the pike rats are little, they die, but we're not gonna get units out without them, so... How close are you? 7 seconds. We'll get a redraw on that. Whether they get big enough. 2298 is decent size though. Do you think it's a little unlucky? I think I was a little lucky to get this far. I think this is a really tough challenge for Fuzzy Brain. The biggest problem here is the heal, but looks like we did okay there. So I don't think the expansion helps us, because we're not getting a... we're probably not going to be able to fill out our units. I think maybe just upgrading the pike rat. I mean, we can use the wall, but what is it doing for us? We're not getting that many more houses down, so we don't really need the space. It's potentially like the upgrade. I can't see the legendary card. Oh, and I took can't expand anyway, so I literally can't use the wall. So it's not helping. But the houses, we're not going to make use of those. Let's upgrade the pike rat, just that tiny little bit extra damage. Yeah, that'll upgrade the grain. We will be sending, if we make it, we'll be sending all the units to one side. So they'll be able to get there quickly. If I had the money, I would use this for arm, but I think I'm going to use it for grain, just to have a bit of gold coming in. I might use it on arm here. Look how quickly they all die. Oh, those arrows, man. How big was our boy? They were going out with an arm at like, well, 90 hit points. 70 hit points. There's a lot of damage that just got put out.